a military takeover in Myanmar, an attack on Brazil's election system by its own president, the assassination of the Haitian president, and several coups on the African continent. These are just some of the democratic declines the world has witnessed in 2021, the backdrop of an upcoming virtual gathering hosted by U.S. President Joe Biden on December 9th and 10th, called the Summit for Democracy.
This is an opportunity for leaders to discuss the challenges and opportunities facing democratic governments and how democracies can deliver for their citizens based on the summit pillars of strengthening democracy, defending against authoritarianism, fighting corruption, and promoting respect for human rights.
The summit is part of Biden's campaign pledge to strengthen democracy around the world and will be attended by 110 countries.
The mobilization and the awareness raising and the focusing of the collective mind on these important democracy issues has already been a very salutary step taken by the administration.
Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin are not invited. While the summit is not explicitly about rallying the world against Russia or China, it is an opportunity for Biden to mobilize support against what he sees as their increasing authoritarian influence.
Bringing together democracies is in many ways a strategy that's designed to draw a line between the United States and its allies and Russia and China, and really to try to call on those states to choose a little bit. And not surprisingly, it makes them uncomfortable. States like South Korea, states like Germany, they really do depend on China for their economic prosperity.
Chinese Vice Foreign Minister Yucheng said the summit will hurt global solidarity.
It divides countries into different levels of hierarchy, labels them as democratic or undemocratic, and points fingers at other countries' democratic systems.
During the summit, leaders will be encouraged to announce various commitments to strengthen democracy, but it's unclear whether these will turn into action. Still, the signaling of American democratic values is significant.
It shows a pretty significant break from the Trump administration, so that's important. And I think the kind of subsequent year of action that the Biden administration has announced will be really a proof of concept.
Some have also questioned whether the U.S. has moral standing to host the summit following the January 6th siege of the Capitol by supporters of Donald Trump seeking to overturn the former president's electoral defeat. The Biden administration says it is precisely the ability to acknowledge imperfections and confront them transparently, a strength unique to democracies, that the summit is meant to showcase. Patsy Kuswara, VOA News at the White House.